This is great grandson of We Rebuilding We Television. Subscribe today.
We rebuilding to last forever. Reaching for the future, no matter the weather. We focus, getting to the bag. Moving small, silence never been no one to brag.
Yo, what it do, my people, what it do. Great grandson in the building of We Rebuilding We. Before we get into this, we have a big story to cover right now. And like I told you before, you didn't believe me, but guess what? Suge Knight came out and said that Reggie and those crooked gang member cops are the ones that fired at him and Tupac. Yes, the man came out and said that, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I told you, man, these are two New York natives, man. Tupac Shaw, born in Harlem, born in East Harlem, New York City, man. He spent his early years in New York before moving to Baltimore, Maryland, and then later moved to the West Coast, where his music career flourished. The notorious B.I.G., born Christopher Wallace in Brooklyn, New York. He raised in Bed-Stuy neighborhood, remained deeply tied to his New York roots throughout his life and career. Come on, man. These are New Yorkers, man, that we talking about here, man. You heard? But we're going to get into something that I've been talking about. You can go check out Algorithm Smoke in 28. Where we talked about this crooked cop, Reggie Wright Jr., yo. Word up, man. Yo, I'm going to get into it, you know what I'm saying? This is great grandson of We Rebuilding We. You already know, man. Copy disclaimer of the section 107 of Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for useful purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute. It might otherwise be non-profit, educational, or personal use for tips and a balance in favor of fair use. This video was made for entertainment purpose and it's translated in nature. So let's go. Yo, this great grandson, we're gonna get into it, man. This is crazy. Let's go.
Revealed who was responsible for death and the attempted murder of Tupac Shakur. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the clip right here, Curtis. Joke, no joke.
This is crazy right here.
Let's get to this straight game, ladies and gentlemen.
But before we get into it, you understand what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, man, this is nasty work presented to us in front of our face. Shout out to my brother Delray Richardson. You get what I'm saying? Straight Game TV. Let's go.
Already, and like always, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and click on what appears to be that little bell notification right below this video. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally come out. Suge Knight. I think Suge is tired. Suge has revealed why and who was responsible for shooting at him and Tupac. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is right here. Listen.
But when it came to us getting shot in Vegas, that was a crooked police, along with some crooked ass, rat ass gang members.
Nasty.
That was mad because Tupac fired you. And y'all fired back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been trying to tell you guys this. I think this is what Keith B. D was trying to say in so many words. Why do I believe Suge in saying this? Because Suge has never really spoken on the fact that Tupac actually fired Reggie. Suge knew all along. ladies and gentlemen, you got to listen to what I'm about to tell you. You got to listen to this. Suge Knight never spoke about Tupac firing Reggie.
Ding.
He never said anything about it. See, Reggie's been lying about this. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. has been lying about this for years. Gentlemen, I showed you the documentation in where Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. actually told the police 3 days after Tupac's death, ladies and gentlemen. Rat Wright Jr. went to the Los Angeles Police Department and told them that Suge Knight had gang members on his payroll and they were carrying weapons, ladies and gentlemen, which led to what? A traffic stop. MC Hammer, the one who kind of cut the police off so that Suge them could get away. This is facts, ladies and gentlemen. Look at documentation. Look. This is not that I made up. I'm telling you.
When someone fails to pay their property taxes, the government actually creates certificates.
Right? Suge said, what? It was Reg and the dirty cops. And some snitching gang members. Now, I don't know who he's talking about in regards to that. Right? But it is just confirmed that recently, Keefe D just came out, basically said by him cooperating with the government, right, that he thinks that he's supposed to get some kind of leniency or the charges dismissed in regards to the Tupac murder case. I think Suge is just bringing it home. Like I said, I only been reporting on, like I said, when I got the documentation, the letter that Tupac fired Reggie Wright Jr. when Yasmin Yaki Gaddafi, you understand the connection with this. Yasmin Fuller is Yaki Gaddafi's mom, Tupac's godmother. She was there. She was the one that wrote the letter firing David Kenner and also firing Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. had been denying it. He never said anything about it. He said something about Yasmin, though.
Yeah, and speak about it real quick. Tupac, Suge Knight never spoke about who shot at him. Suge Knight never spoke about Tupac firing Reggie Wright. You understand what I'm saying? Tupac was the target because he fired Reggie Wright. All right? Suge Knight got grazed. It was a hit by the crooked gang members and Reggie Wright. All right, y'all? Come on, man. Let's go, man.
And Yasmin slid that facts out. Boom.
Put that out because I said something that she didn't like and she had something to put up. I can't say that I got it or didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't know about it. Because I sure would. I'm the type of nigga to be like, fuck that nigga. That's me. That's Reggie. If y'all don't know anything about me, I eat that little $300 a day profit I was making off having those two guys on there. But like, he don't want no security. Let him, his homeboys do it. Let them run around. I hope he get arrested and they get arrested with guns on him so his ass can go back to jail.
Ooh. And Reggie the Wright Jr. had been denying it all these years. Listen to me very carefully. Suge Knight out that until now. No choke, no joke. He never said anything about it. Right? Reggie the Wright Jr. had been telling us he ran death row. If you listen to the whole interview over on Choke No Joke, vehemently denies that Reggie the Rat Right Jr. ever ran death. I showed y'all the documentation and Suge actually doing some kind of deposition.
Because on the last show that I presented, Reggie Wright most definitely said that he owned death row. Crazy.
And where they him? Who ran death row while you were incarcerated? And he said Michelle A. But Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. had been trying to get us to believe that he was the guy that was running. Suge also says that he put out one record. You got to go listen to Jokes, No Joke, No Interview. But I wanted to bring you this part because, like I said once again, when I was trying to tell people what it was, this is what Keith D was alluding to when they went into the jail, right? And he implicated Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. in the death of Tupac Shakur. How many lies has this guy told Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. in regards to the death? The lie he told about,
this great grandson of We Rebuild. We get into this content real quick, and it's about Suge Knight finally speaking out on who shot at them. You gotta remember, Suge Knight did not speak about who shot at them in the past, and didn't speak about Tupac firing Reggie Wright Jr. and those crooked cops, which were gang members as well. You get what I'm saying? This is nasty work, man. Now we all know that who unalived B.I.G. as well. It was those guys, man. It's crazy. Nasty work.
Suge told me what happened shortly afterward. I showed you the video where that didn't happen. Suge said he never came to the hospital, to his whole hospital room. That's what he said. She told him that. Right? Then he wanted to invoke Michael Moore only when it came to the point where Suge told him that he was a lie. He said, Michael Moore, and the lawyer went to the hospital. But before then, he never admitted to it. That's what Michael Moore said he heard got him over the radio. Reggie denied that. All of it's true, ladies and gentlemen. All of it's true. You got the proof. You got Suge saying it. Proof. He never spoke on it. Proof.
Yeah, this is the letter right here. This is the letter right here. Let me move this out way. All right? This is the letter, which was sent August 27th, 1996. To Right Way Security from Tupac Shakur, fax number, etc. What it says? Services no longer required. Services no longer required. Snoop fired Reggie and them. And this was 11 days before he was shot. Tupac took a cab to MGM in Vegas with no security, y'all. This is nasty work, man.
Reggie lied and said Suge at the Keyshawn Johnson draft party at the House of Blues, right? And he said something in regards to Tupac firing him.
We went to the night of the draft of the 1996 draft date. Keyshawn Johnson had a draft party at the House of Blues, and Tupac showed up, and I don't know who he was. He probably was with Big Syke and Bogart or something. I don't even know if Bogart was still around yet. Where Big Syke and somebody like the chill with Reggie, where's security at, man? Where's the security? I'm like, that nigga sent me a letter back to me, fire me. I don't play no games. That nigga don't want no security on him. Cool. That's less of a headache me trying to find somebody to work. And Suge looked at me and Suge like, we was right there in the middle of the club, House of Blue. So Reggie, don't play like that, man. Don't play like that. Pac, number one, he don't pay you no way. He ain't hired you no away. I hired you. I paid them. Don't play like that.
It didn't happen there. Ladies and gentlemen, that happened shortly before Tupac was assassinated in Las Vegas. How I know that? I gave you the information. When was the letter written? August 27th, 1996. The letter firing Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. It couldn't have happened in June. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. tried to put it out to Johnson, a record release, not record release, draft party. That's 2 months. 2 months before the letter was even released. Remember, Yasmin was the one who wrote the letter. It was August 27th. And Suge just copped to it and said what? Yeah. He was mad because Tupac fired him. And Suge said, yeah. Reggie and some dirty cops, they fired back. Why you think Reggie wasn't there? Was Suge? They asked him in the grand jury. He was, what? He act like he had to go to Club 662 to do something for Suge. Said he didn't authorize Reggie to do anything. That wasn't Reggie's position. Reggie was security. And when it came down to what it was, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. failed Suge Knight, Tupac Shakur on that night. But not only that, that was my summation of what it was, because I couldn't speak on what Suge knew or didn't know, right? But ladies and gentlemen, Suge Knight has finally admitted it. He never talked about Tupac firing Reggie. Him and Reggie were friends, right? And some shit Suge, I guess he just didn't want to admit at that particular time, but it came out. It is once again. Listen.
But when it came to us getting shot in Vegas, that was a crooked police with some crooked ass, rat ass gamers. That was bad because Tupac fired you. And y'all fired back.
You can take it or leave it. You can take it or leave it. Once again, what he's saying is true. Once again, when you think about the motion that keep BD just fired. And cooperate with the government.